Congratulations on getting this far, and I'm really pleased that you've decided to undertake the challenge. And I know when you've done it, you'll feel really proud of yourself and you'll get the certificate that you so rightly deserve. Now, to complete the challenge, you need to think about the student in your class with autism and think about what's one thing that if you could change that for that child tomorrow, that would make things a lot better for the child. What would it be? And then think about what the steps might be to get the student to there. I'll give you an example of what I saw a teacher do for a student with autism on my caseload. The teacher and the parent both agreed that for that child, the priority was around making friends. He was actually managing the academic tasks quite well. So they looked at friendships and what was inhibiting him gaining friendships with the students in his class. And they identified that the real stumbling block was that he wasn't very good at turn taking, quite common with kids with autism. So we looked at how can we get him to take turns. So quite simple strategy really. On the first occasion, the teacher simply worked with the student and did some language around turn taking. Did a simple activity with the child, it's my turn, now it's your turn, it's my turn, it's your turn. Just getting the child used to the idea of taking turns. On the second occasion, she sat down with the child and they played a board game. And again, language, your turn, my turn, no, you have to wait. On the third occasion, she played the board game and then deliberately took a long time to take her turn, so that he was required to wait, and that if he went to go ahead with, take his turn before hers, no, you'll have to wait, it's still my turn. It's not your turn till I've finished. On the next occasion, she introduced the student to another student in the class. Well, not really introduced them, obviously they knew each other, but introduced another student into the activity so that the student would also play the board game. So now there were 3 people playing, but it was still being teacher directed. This helped the student increase his wait time. Once the student was able to do that, another student was introduced and the teacher withdrew from the activity so that then the student was able to do that independently, and that was the measure. And ultimately, the other students got used to that language as well, and reminding the child that he needed to wait his turn. And so they were actually able to transfer that learning to activities in the playground. Now that's a fairly simple example, and you might have something completely different. But to do your challenge, what you need to think about is, what's one thing that you can change? Is it something about the student's behaviour? Is there something related to safety? Is it about communication? Or indeed it might be about accessing the academic tasks. Just decide what the priority is, and then decide, well, what are the steps I need to do to bring the student on there. So once you've chosen your task, it usually becomes fairly obvious. But remember, you can always contact me for ideas, or if you've got a consultant, if you know who the consultant for students with disabilities in your school, they'd be more than happy to help you with that task. So once you've chosen that task, make sure that it's something that's quite specific. See how the example I gave you was very specific. We got down to a very specific strategy, which is around teaching turn taking. So we started with that global idea around friendships, but let's look at just one tiny aspect. The reason you want to do that is you want to be able to get sign-off that you've been able to do it quite quickly. So you want to be able to use that strategy on at least 5 occasions and have someone observe you on 5 occasions and record that they've seen you implementing that strategy. And that's the way that you get the sign-off. Now, for this particular PD, I've made it that the person who signs off can either be a colleague, so the other teacher who teaches at the same year level as you, or maybe another teacher in the school who's teaching a student with autism, Could be a member of your leadership team. It's often a good way to get them engaged in what you're trying to do in your school. Or you could ask the consultant for students with disability in your school perhaps to do that. If you do that, that might be a bit trickier in that, you know, you're asking them to come out 5 times. So think about that one seriously before you make that choice. And then I think once you've chosen that and you've got sign-off, you'll be able to get your certificate. And congratulations again, and you must feel really proud. And again, my details are in the Udemy course, so feel free to contact me if you need ideas for getting started. I can certainly prompt you with questions around where you might go for your student. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to that certificate for you. If you feel that when the person has observed you using this strategy and you weren't successful and you're not comfortable signing off that you've actually achieved it, don't worry about that. Just repeat the activity or do a different activity and get sign off. So it's not you have to get it right 5 times in a row. So it's a matter of practicing it and doing it until you feel that you're comfortable using that strategy.